Welcome to our communication proposal for the College of Business Administration at Tarleton State University. Our group is called the Decision Solutions Consulting Group, and our team members include Siva Chandrasekaran, Brady Walker, and myself, Wally Shannon. Our group was tasked with developing a comprehensive plan to improve the communication between the College of Business Administration and its students, faculty and staff, alumni, and area businesses. We would like to start off by giving a brief background about the College of Business Administration at Tarleton. The College of Business Administration is also abbreviated as COBA for short. Tarleton State University was established in 1899 by John Tarleton because he had a mission to educate youth and give them an opportunity that he never had. Tarleton joined the Texas A&M school system in 1917 in order to save the school from some financial struggles. The business building was completed in 1987, and it houses 3 academic departments, which include Computer Information Systems, Management, Accounting and Finance, and Business and Marketing. To begin analyzing the communication channels at COBA, we decided to use Porter's 5 Forces of Competitive Positions analysis model to identify the potential entrants, suppliers, buyers, and substitutes. This model allowed us to measure COBA's competitive position among other colleges within Tarleton, as well as business departments at competing schools. New entrants to the competition include new schools and new departments. However, these are considered a weak threat because they are rare to the equation. The bargaining power of the suppliers is also considered a weak threat, and these include faculty, staff, and services. The more significant threats include the bargaining power of the buyer, such as students choosing another school or even another department. Another major factor is the threat from substitutes like community colleges and other online programs, and also the rivalry from existing competitors. After researching COBA at length, it's easy to see that COBA's strategy to improve its competitive position can be gathered from its mission statement and its 4 primary goals. COBA's primary mission is to provide a high-quality, innovative, creative, and relevant education in business disciplines to a diverse group of traditional and non-traditional students. COBA's mission statement aligns perfectly with its stated goals, which include continuous improvements to creatively engage all COBA stakeholders, operational excellence to enrich stakeholders' experiences with COBA, be at the forefront of business administration education and research, and finally, to advocate and promote diversity and globalization in programs for all of their stakeholders. The final item in the background discussion is to identify the stakeholders which were used during our research and analysis. The stakeholders include current and prospective students, the faculty and staff, alumni, employers in the area, and funding agencies and sources. These respective groups were key in order for us to identify the communication issues between the College of Business Administration and its stakeholders. Next, I would like to hand it off to Brady to talk about the business problem.
Thanks, Wally. Now that you're familiar with COBA, let me tell you about the business problem and our needs assessment. We were tasked with developing a decision support system designed to improve communication with COBA stakeholders. Thanks to Ms. Daphne Hunt, the Director of Web Services at Tarleton, we were able to combine Tarleton's Google Analytics data with a recent communications survey and our own research on the website and social media platforms to complete our analysis. When we started looking for gaps in communication, we had to begin with very broad strokes. The student communication survey was a great tool for narrowing our focus. What we found was that there was a significant preference for communication through the official COBA website. While there was mixed social interest in social media platforms, it really made sense to focus on the website as a communication medium that is universal to all demographics. With our attention focused on the website, we began poring through the Google Analytics data. One statistic that was immediately obvious was the fact that the index page was the most visited page by far. The index page is the home page for the COBA portion of the Tarleton site, so that makes sense. The vast majority of visitors will land on the home page in an effort to navigate to other parts of the COBA website. So while that may seem obvious, we shouldn't underplay the importance of the home page, because it is the most significant page on the site. Another statistic we looked at was the percentage of total page views to unique page views. What we found was that about 74% of all page views were unique. Conversely, this means that only 26% were not unique, or in other words, 26% of page views were from returning stakeholders. If we're seeking to improve our communication with stakeholders, I would assume that frequency of communication is a vital piece of the equation that COBA is currently lacking on its website. Similarly, we were able to compare the total page views from major pages with the number of students, faculty, and staff from spring of 2015. This is an extremely generous estimation in that we didn't try to account for other stakeholders such as prospective students, alumni, or local businesses. Even with that generous leeway, we found that the ratio of page views to stakeholders was only about 220% over an entire year. This meant that, on average, a stakeholder was only visiting the site about once a semester. So what's more likely here? Are stakeholders' needs for information being met so fully that they only need to access the site once a semester? Or more likely, is it that they don't view the website as a valuable source of information? Along with the website, we also investigated the state of COBA's social media activity. Shiva will take over from here and tell you what we found. Shiva?
Thank you, Brady. That's a neat walkthrough by Brady on the COBA website. Along with COBA website, Facebook and LinkedIn form the top 3 medium of communication for students and other stakeholders. We found shortcomings in those social media network as well. Whereas, for example, the Department of Accounting, Finance, and Economics, the last Facebook comment was posted in October of 2014. For Computer Information System, we found the Facebook post was sometimes in May 2010, whereas the LinkedIn was sometimes in March of 2014. For the business school students, there's a link on the university website, but there appears to be no Facebook account associated with that. Now that we discussed the business problems in detail, it's time for us to get into the solution. Here are our suggestions to improve the communication for COBA. COBA website is the most important page. It's the landing page. We need to make sure that the information is easily accessible and intuitive. The second one is the content is extremely important. The COBA website needs to be updated regularly with information like any news feeds important for the stakeholders, any embedded social media streams, ads, and other social calendar information. And also, not only the information needs to be updated regularly, there needs to be an increase in frequency of the stakeholder visits, meaning we need to make sure people are not only visiting the site during the beginning of the semester, but throughout the semesters. Let's see how we can improve that suggestions. Alright, how do we improve the communication? First of all, let's focus on the content of the website. That can be improved by appointing a faculty or a staff or a marketing intern to update the website round the clock, meaning the regular deadlines needs to be set, and this can be either daily or weekly, and somebody reviews the communication that goes into the COBA website. Second, focusing on the analytics. There needs to be a crew or a staff who would monitor and analyze the Google Analytics data for the COBA website. This will include analyzing the trends to improve the quality and the quantity, meaning the returning users, and see the trend of the returning users, meaning the stakeholders. The third one is the utilize and update the social media. Social media also need to be addressed by updating the current platform account, such as the Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. These channels can drive website traffic by regular posting links to the updated information on the COBA website. So that's how we're going to actually increase the frequency of the traffic from external to the internal COBA website. Alright, let's get to the core of the solution that we are offering. The aim of our solution is to reduce the ratio between the non-unique page view to the unique page view. That signifies the increase of returning customers, returning stakeholders here. This is something that Brady already touched upon. The lower the ratio is, we see or we're expecting a higher traffic to come to COBA website. So if you look at the model that we have proposed, we have variables, factors as the total page views by each of the stakeholders, and we have listed our constraints as prospectively the stakeholders as one of these constraints, the access and the expected page views, maximum expected page views as some of the constraints. And when you look at it, the objective cell is where we have mapped a data solver to maximize the result given these criteria. And when we run the model, we receive this result, which with a projected number of 17,000 hits of total page views compared to the unique page views of 9,212 over the next period. The percentage is dropping from 74 to 54. That would show that there is an enormous increase in traffic or traffic from the return stakeholders. So finally, we would like to conclude that the suggestion that we are offering should improve the overall communication. The COBA department should look to implement these to improve the communication with all the stakeholders, and then focus on the website and the social media platform. That there are frequent updates about the college, the new courses offered, not just the beginning of the course semester, but throughout the semesters. And there are regular updates being done to the COBA website through some marketing interns, and also last but not least, have somebody monitor and analyze the data coming out of analytics and take necessary actions based on that. Once again, thank you very much, Dr. Schuler, for this opportunity. We would like to thank as a team from Brady, Wallace, and myself, Asiba. Thanks for this great opportunity. We learned a lot. This is a great class. We thoroughly enjoyed. Thanks.